Welcome to Let's Play Battlefield 1942. On today's episode, Guadalcanal. This is a 2-round per map server, and I just played part of 1 round earlier, so here's a fresh round. The loading screen for Guadalcanal is the submarine picture, which they also use for the Battle of Midway. Guadalcanal is one of 2 maps that have the submarines on them, although the submarines really are totally worthless on this map. In fact, there's really not much naval combat that happens in any relevant way here. I'm in a plane, so you can kind of get a general idea of what the island looks like. There are 4 control points on this map, and 3 out of 4 to flick ticket lead on the other side. 2 of the flags are on the coasts, and the other 2 flags are up in the mountains. This map is not particularly popular. I think it's because the travel on this map is difficult because of all the mountains and all of the trees and scenery and things that get in the way. It just kind of slows down the action a bit. This map, probably more than any other one, reminds me of the kinds of maps that they have on Battlefield 2, especially in the China versus US maps on Battlefield 2. It's just kind of a slower paced action, a lot of hiking through the mountains. Typically, if you're flying a plane, if you really want to affect the way the battle is going, you want to target the enemy tanks when they're going along the main roads. You can see them show up because the main roads are so light colored. I'm not really seeing too many enemy tanks out and about though. That's one of the coastal flags there, the one with the guard tower. And I just crashed into the mountain there. That was really smooth. I think the most important flag on this map seems to be the other flag that's along the coast. It's the village control point. For whatever reason, if you control that one, it seems like more often than not you're going to be on the winning side. There are 2 flags in the mountains, and usually the 2 teams split the mountain flags. One will have one, the other has the other. So if you control the village flag, you are in pretty good shape. And it's also a good flag to have because it's closer to the other ones. You can launch attacks from that flag against several different flags in the nearby area. It appears one of the enemies has invaded our main base, and they're on the anti-aircraft guns right on the edge of the island. The empty vehicle or empty object icons are really useful when it comes to anti-aircraft guns. They appear as a little circle if they're empty. So if you know where their locations are already, if you don't see the circle there, it means either that flak gun has been destroyed or an enemy is occupying it. Japanese are not doing so well this time around. The Americans have all 4 flags at once, which is not an easy thing to do. Like a lot of other maps, if the other team has all 4 control points or all the flags, it's difficult to dig yourself out of that simply because the main base is separated from the rest of the action. You've got to hike all the way back over there to attack any flag. at the American plane. Sorry about that guy. That was a friendly. I forgot to look at the radar before I started shooting at him. I guess he went over to the enemy main base and stole one of the planes there. As you can see, the destroyers and submarines don't have too much of an impact on this map. They really have nothing to do. There aren't any control points around watery areas. The only way that they get used is the destroyers are sometimes used to bombard those two flags that are on the coast. And on some servers, people use them to attack the enemy main base. They'll just shell all the enemy planes as they spawn on the airfield. And of course the submarines, since the destroyers don't have too much to do, the submarines really have nothing to do because they only attack destroyers. Those two icons there, the red ones off the coast, those are Japanese destroyers which are attacking the village flag. It looks like the Japanese tanks are getting a lot more action now on the radar. You'll notice there's 3 of them right over by the village flag, which is turned gray. So moving out as a group, that's pretty much the only way that you can really dig yourself out of a situation where you've only got 1 or no flags. You've got to move in as a group and overpower the enemy, take the flag before they have a chance to respawn. And I seem to have team killed myself, probably dropping a bomb too close to where the airplane was flying over the mountain. But there wasn't really much left to do with the airplane anyways. I could have kept bombing that one American flag, but that really wouldn't help us keep any of the other flags or take that one flag that was left. Even though it's rough to move around as an infantry, especially dealing with those mountain flags, the main road is actually very smooth, very easy to travel on, even with a jeep. So you can pretty much get around the whole island if you're going along that one side. Going around on the other side is a little bit more difficult. This is the enemy main base here. I'm on a server that allows you to base camp, so I won't get in any trouble. The Americans have at least a couple of guys there who are just plane camping, waiting for their planes to respawn. And the enemy flak gun was, oh, I guess that was a team kill there. It said 315 is no more, so I guess... Yeah, you can see a little red circle near the enemy main base. One of our guys was manning that gun and attacking the enemy aircraft as they spawned in. People hate it when you do that. Part 2 coming up.